Andrew here from Nitecore Singapore. Today we're going to look at the new NU35 headlamp. Its sole purpose is to give you the longest runtime possible. Not because it has a huge battery pack, right? It's quite small. It's because it can get its power from 3 different sources. Now the problem with most headlamps is they're limited by one battery type. You have to remember to charge before you start your work shift or your date, right? So imagine you're on a 4-hour work shift in a pitch black area. Right, halfway through your battery dies and then you're stuck in darkness. You're fumbling around trying to find your spare battery, or worse, if you're using built-in battery like the NU35, right? You're basically dead because you can't change the battery. Once it's dead, right? Your headlamp shouldn't disrupt your work by forcing you to change batteries or recharge halfway. It should help you get things done faster, be more efficient, and not hold you back in any way. So some of you might say, so what if my headlamp dies, right? If you're doing a night run or say night fishing, it's okay. But for those of you where your safety depends on being able to see and be seen, any kind of blackout is seriously dangerous. You might get run over or hit by machinery simply because someone couldn't see you when your headlamp died at the wrong moment. Okay, so this is where the NU35 comes in. It runs on 3 different power sources. So first is a built-in 590 milliampere battery. It's in the middle here. Alright. This gives you 4 hours on 210 lumens. Next is the 3 times AAA battery, which you can see here, right? This gives you another 6 hours for a total of 10 hours. Now the average night shift is around 4 hours, so even if you're super tired and you forgot to change or charge your headlamp after work, right, you can still use it for 1 to 2 days, no problem. The best part is you can even change the batteries while the light is on. So for example, I have the light on, right? Then here I'm using IKEA battery, so while it's on, right, I can pull it out and you realize the light turns off, but you can quickly turn it on again because there is a built-in battery here. So you can actually use this built-in battery to find your spare batteries, change, then off and on again. Then now it's powered by the 3 AAAs. Okay, so you can see where your spare batteries are and people can see you, which is important for safety. So what's the last power source? Because it charges via USB-C here, it will charge and power itself on any 2A USB power bank via an external cable. So what that means is I can use a waterproof power bank like the NPB1, right? This is a 5000 milliampere waterproof power bank, and I can combine it with a tough USB-C cable like the Nitecore UAC20 here, right, which is all nylon, super tough, and then you would have boosted the runtime to 33 hours like this. Now you add on the AAA batteries and you got a total of 39 hours. So if you're on 4-hour work shifts, you can go 9 days without charging this headlamp simply because you can run it like this. There's no other headlamp of this weight that can run this long. So you might be wondering, where do I hang this power bank? It has a thing like this. You can run it like this. So from the headlamp, right, your USB in here, right, once it's in, you loop it back to the rear strap here, run it through here. So this keeps it clean and away from your head, right, this way. Right, see the cable runs to the side here, to the back. So it's not dangling around the side. Then the wire on the back just connects here. Once in, this turns blue. Then this is the magic. Alright, this is actually an MT2A holster, which perfectly fits the power bank like this. Alright, see? Power bank goes in exactly like this. You can turn the wire like this, then cover it down. Alright, so this prevents the cable from being yanked out accidentally. Right, now I'm running this headlamp through this power bank. Then this holster, is a D-link loop here, a Velcro here, and belt loop here. So there are 3 different ways for you to mount this on your vest, your harness, your belt, on the back belt. So you can run this behind, on the back, right on your rear belt. Then all the wires are away and you have a 39-hour runtime headlamp. Alright, so even if the cable gets yanked out, say for example, snagged somewhere, alright, it gets yanked out by accident, you can still turn on the light quickly because there is always a fully charged battery inside. You can see the charging status here. When this plugged in, it will be red. There, right? It's red. When it's fully charged, this will turn green. Okay, it takes around 1 hour 20 minutes to charge this from 0 to full. So you see, with 3 battery types, there are so many layers of safeguards so your light won't turn off at the wrong time, ensuring your safety at all times. It will always drain the AAA batteries first, then the built-in battery. If you have an external power connected, it will drain this first, then the AAA, then the built-in battery. If you only have external power connected without any AAA batteries to keep the weight down, then it will drain this first, then the built-in battery. If you want to make it even safer, you can add an NU05 at the back here. So this is how the NU05 looks like. It's a tiny beacon light that has several blinking modes. Right, red blink, red strobe, white blink, and white constant on. Alright, once it's secure, it's not gonna drop out. Okay, you have it on blinker. Rear blinker here, front light here. So front and back, maximum safety and visibility. Alright, now that you know how the battery works, let's go through the brightness and beam pattern. Okay, so some of you might say, oh, 460 lumens is not that bright. There are other lights that are brighter. That's because this was not meant to be worn to walk around looking at buildings, white search and rescue tasks. If you're doing that, then this is not the headlamp for you. This is meant for close-up inspection, construction, emergency use. You also realize that the buttons will cycle between low, medium, high. So this is 1 lumen, 38 lumens, 210 lumens, and then the turbo 460 lumens can only be accessed by holding down the power button. Hold, and then there you get your turbo 460 lumens. You will see the same behavior on other Nitecore lights as well, like the NU32 and the Tip SE. Right, they all cap out at around 200 lumens. That's because 200 lumens is the perfect brightness for working at arm's length, and navigating around you. So any brighter, and it becomes too glaring to work at arm's length. So 200 lumen is the perfect balance. So you see a lot of headlamps out there always float around 200, 190, 260 lumens because that is the perfect brightness for arm's length kind of work. Okay, now when it comes to beam pattern, right, this is a pure flood without any hotspot. So what that means is, if you compare it with the NU32, there you see the hotspot here. Then for NU35, there's no hotspot at all. So this is good for when you need to take photos of, say, a damaged area. Alright, floodlight will always give you the best picture because there's no hotspot throwing your camera exposure modes off, and less eye fatigue over long hours of use. You can also get CRI light from this headlamp. Just press and hold the power button. There. Okay, this type of light reveals fine scratches in paintwork if you're doing detailing, map reading, any kind of work where color accuracy is important. Use this light. Okay, this is high CRI. There is, of course, your red high, red blinking, and red low. Okay, and so of course, being a safety light, it also does SOS and beacon modes at turbo brightness. Just press and hold the power button when it's off, all the way there. Okay, now it's on SOS, 3 long, 3 short. Now in terms of adjustment and comfort, this uses their super breathable band, so you can see the holes here. So compared to their older non-breathable versions, right, you can see that whereas the old one, there's no, it's gonna be quite hot and sweaty, the top one, alright? So you can still wear it on your skin and it feels super comfortable. Now on the flip side, you can see the silicone strip here that does 2 things. It grips your head or cap better, or it diverts sweat to the side of your head so that the sweat doesn't get into your eyes. The band is also easily removable like this. So if you need to buy spare bands, you can. There. Alright, then the other side. So there are notches here where you can remove the band. Okay, the buttons are also covered from the top, so if you can throw the whole headlamp in your bag and it won't accidentally turn on in your bag. So the older models like the NU25 don't have this feature. Once you put this whole thing in your bag, it might accidentally turn on. There's also a full 80 degrees tilt as well. You can see it clicks solidly in place, right? The whole unit is of course waterproof. You can be working, in the rain and it still works, right? The whole thing is here. Okay. So how does this compare to other headlamp models like the NU32? The brightness wise, they are more or less the same. Beam distance, if you need to see further the NU32 or NU25 would be better, as these are spot beam pattern, whereas this one is only a flat beam pattern. But when it comes to runtime, of course, no one can beat the NU35. You've seen how it goes from 4 hours to 6 hours to 10 hours to 33 hours with the combination of the power bank, right? So Nitecore has released over 19 different models of headlamps over the years, and with each model they've removed what wasn't working and kept what worked. So what you're getting contains all the best LED tech, user interface and materials on the market today. Even though it's more on the affordable range, it's unlike the HD35 with 180 plus, this is only 69. What you're getting is still an incredibly polished product. They didn't cut any corners with this NU35. So if you're looking for the ultimate runtime headlamp, for your work, this is it. They are all in stock now at nitecorelights.com. If you just want the NU35, it's 69 each. If you buy in bulk of 3 or 10 pieces, there's bulk discount as well. But if you want the unlimited runtime bundle, exactly the one that I showed you earlier, NU35 with the NBP power bank with the holster, this whole setup, the NBP with this MT2A holster right here, with the UAC 20 USB cable like this, plus the NU05 for front and back safety. All of this, we have it as a bundle as well. Right, if you buy everything outside, it's $172, but you can save $50 and get it from us for just $129 with coupon code NU35 Ultimate. You can also go for 3 months installments, so there's literally no excuse to take advantage of this incredible offer, okay, this bundle like this. They're all in stock now. If you need to buy in bulk for your organization, just contact me directly and I'll be able to work out a deal with you. So as usual, these sell out quite fast, so order yours today. Once your order is placed, we'll courier everything to your door within a couple of days. The link to order is in the description below. These do come with our 60-day money-back guarantee and fast free warranty, so there's no risk at all. Okay, so that's it. If you'd like to see more videos like this where we help you choose the best lights for your work or adventure, just subscribe below and I'll see you on the next video. MJ signing out.